Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be working on making some small birdhouses or fairy houses for my daughter's birthday. She's turning 5 and she's having a fairy themed birthday party, and I'm going to be making about 16 of these small birdhouses that the kids can decorate, paint, and create their own little fairy houses for this party. So these are all pretty small, so this is a great opportunity for me to use up a lot of the scraps that I have from previous projects. Most of the wood that I'm using right here, I've milled from some trees on my property. The black cherry wood I'm using here and poplar are both from some trees that I've milled myself. So I'm not cutting any of these any particular way. I'm just trying to have fun with it, eyeballing it. You'll notice I don't even take out a tape measure at all this whole time. I just hold it up to the saw, cut it where I think it needs to be, and I'm just guessing on what types of houses I'm gonna make. Some of them will be square, others will be more of an A-frame, some with curved roofs. For those ones, I'll end up pulling out my jigsaw to cut that curve in it. So I'm basically just eyeballing it and cutting a bunch of different shapes of houses, different sizes, and that's what makes it really fun. Each kid can pick out their own house, the one that they like, and it's all different sizes, different shapes, and they can make it their own. So I'll start assembling it, and first I'm just going to use some CA glue. This is Starbond CA glue with some accelerator that will harden the glue almost instantly. So I'll put the glue on and then I'll spray that accelerator spray on it and it will freeze it in position. I'm first just attaching these together with glue because I don't want the nails in the way for the next step. I need to figure out which side of these birdhouses is the front and then drill out the hole for the birdhouse there. And if I have a nail in the way, I'll end up hitting it with my drill bit and wrecking my drill bit. So I want to make sure there's no nails when I drill it out. Then I'll come back and nail it all together once I'm done. I'll start assembling a bunch of different sizes. I'll speed through this, different shapes, different styles, and that's really what I was going for here. I didn't want any two of these exactly the same. I wanted them all different and wanted to have some fun with it. Now that they're all built, you can see all of them right here. I did build a few more after this off camera, but right here I'm figuring out which side looks like the front. I'll put a small mark on that, and then I'll take it over to my drill press. So once I've marked each of the faces of these birdhouses, I will take it over to my drill press, and with a Forstner bit, I'm going to drill that hole out for each of them. And because it is such a small birdhouse, I'm going to be using a fairly small hole. I don't believe any birds could actually use this birdhouse. It's really more for decoration. You can make it look like a fairy house, decorate it, make it look really fun and whimsical. But then once I've drilled out all of those holes, I'll take this back over and I'm gonna start putting the pegs in for the bird to sit on in front of the birdhouse. And in order to do that, I need to drill out a second hole. I'll drill that out right below the hole in the birdhouse. And then I've got a few sticks here that I trimmed off of one of the trees outside. I'll whittle that down to fit perfectly in that hole, put a little bit of wood glue on it and tap it into place and let that glue dry. Now I'll repeat that same step for all of these birdhouses. I'll speed through it pretty quick, drilling out the holes, whittling down those twigs to fit into that hole perfectly, and then I'll glue it and tap it into place. Once I have all of those done, I'm going to come back and drill a very small hole on the top of each of these birdhouses. This is going to be for an eye hook to screw into. We can easily hang the birdhouses from this. What I'm trying to do is make sure that this house is kind of balanced, trying to find that center point, the center of gravity, and putting that hole right there for the eye hook to hang. Now I'm going to come back with the nail gun. Right now, all of these are just held together with glue, and that may be strong enough, but I'm going to reinforce it with my nail gun here. Now, it's really important to make sure that you're being careful, especially with these small projects like these birdhouses. It would be really easy to get your fingers in the way, and you never know when a nail is going to shoot out the side of these boards. And a few of them actually did on this. It came a little close, scared me a little bit, but I was being careful and keeping my hands away far enough that these nails can't reach it. But it's a good thing to remember while you're doing this. You never know when it catches a knot or the grain of the wood just shoots the nail out the side, and you could easily get a nail in the hand. Once I have everything nailed, I'll then go over with the sander and sand each one of these. I'm just trying to make them feel a little bit more comfortable in your hands. No sharp edges, no splinters. Nice and smooth for the kids to paint these and decorate them however they want. All right, that just about finishes up the project now. After sanding, these are complete. I'll put those eye hooks in and tie some twine on each one of these, and then we'll hang them upstairs ready for the kids to pick those out and paint them for the party. And for the hook on top of these strings to hang it off of this ladder, all I did was took a little bit of copper wire and cut them into about 4-inch sections and curled the ends and bent it into a little bit of a hook for each of these. So I made about 16 of those hooks to fit each one of those houses, and we hung them up here ready for the kids to come pick out which one they wanted to paint and then paint it at the party. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that like button down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.